Yo, boys, HadsChat 52 minus Haas.
Wow.
Yo.
Had to do it
Surprise?
Are we surprised by that?
late.
No.
No. There will always be some. Like, I wonder if there's been more podcasts with someone missing than with everyone here.
Oh, definitely not. But there's
Probably
definitely
not because
a
Haas
significant
was
amount.
kicked. Yeah, Haas was kicked at a point, and me, you, and Gaden were pretty solid for a while. Until work got in the way a couple times.
Last HadsChat post on YouTube, can you guess the view count?
Probably none because it's on a channel
Yeah.
that has no fucking posts prior. So
It's 0. Yeah, dude, I don't want to dilute my channel. Why are you thinking I should post on my channel? I thought you guys were for me making it. You just said to make it.
I was until I realized that it was a bad play for getting YouTube viewers because the channel is brand new and it has no like traction.
Yeah, I don't.
And I think you should post on your channel because the podcast is in your name, so it's like it is you and your content, you know. And like think about it or once you pop off on YouTube, I think you need to post on your channel. Or hopefully by then you have enough people watching where they'll just go and subscribe on the new one.
Yeah, they will. The super passionate will come over to this channel for sure. Dude, last month was my best month on YouTube ever. By the way, March. I'm at 1,100 subs already. Wasn't like 2 podcasts ago celebrating 1,000. So.
Oh.
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to 1,000, and then all of a sudden,
I think I
popped
remember
off
that.
and like.
I got 100K views last month, the most I've ever gotten in 1 month. So
You got how many views?
100K.
Dang, that is
counting
crazy.
Shorts and everything. We also made a short for the. Did you like the style for the short for the last podcast? The Caitlin Clark one? We made a short.
Yeah, that's why I think you need to do more of those and post those on your main, because then you can get some people to come over to the new channel.
I post the shorts on my main.
Yeah, but like the way you edited the Caitlin Clark one. Like do that more. That seemed like very real, like something you see on TikTok.
Like post what on my main though?
Like how the Caitlin Clark one, like that short.
So just clips. You just
yeah.
Post
Because
shorts.
if you're worried about
diluting.
yeah, if you're worried about the diluting stuff, I think just editing like little shorts from like 1 or 2 shorts from every pod we do could bring some more viewers over to the pod channel.
You and Gaden gotta argue more or something. I need to like bait clips then.
Oh, I'd love to. Let's talk politics. Let's hop right in.
All right, talk. Hey, go ahead. You two, go ahead. Which one?
I don't even know what's going on in politics. I haven't paid attention.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sam, that was a chance.
I haven't
for you
even
to
kept
be like,
up.
Of course you have it, or something, and then.
Of course.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like,
Not surprised.
dude talks a big game, but doesn't follow it as like.
I mean, I know who I'm voting for. It's pretty much like I can't really like. I don't know if there's any other Republicans that'll even like win in the primary.
So you mean to tell me you don't want RFK Jr.?
Trump. RFK Jr.
RFK Jr.
I saw a clip of somebody talking about how he was probably going to lose because of his voice, and I think that might be the most true statement ever.
I agree.
There's a good chance that he loses
just
just because of his voice, which is so sad.
I don't know if there's betting for this, but I'd be willing to put $10 down on RFK winning as the first independent president. I think he can pull enough voters from the right and left to maybe win.
Is that the Indian dude?
I would agree.
He's second place in polling in a lot of locations. No, you're thinking of Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek, yeah.
He dropped out.
He would be a great candidate, but I think he dropped out to follow under Trump. I think like all Republicans are like Trump. They know Trump is just, since he's coming back, he's just pulling everybody, and so they're probably taking a step back, supporting Trump this year, or this election, or whatever, and then the next election, they'll probably step in because they won't have a big dog there.
Yeah, I'd bet good money on him being VP. But I could see RFK being the first independent, man. Weirdly. There's a lot of independents right now in this country. A lot of people saying, I don't want Trump, I don't want Biden. So if there was ever a time, it's right now.
Is there enough, though? Like, there's a lot.
Well, that's the thing. The question is how many people say, I'm willing to, because I don't, how many people out there, and there's a lot, that don't like Trump and don't like Biden are willing to say, you know what, I won't vote for my party. I'm going to go vote for RFK because I like him out of the other two. It just depends on how many people and moderates are willing to do that. Because traditionally speaking, no one votes independent. They're either going to vote right or left, even if they don't know much about the candidate. So
I think those would be. I mean, the only two people I would vote for would either be Trump or it's going to be RFK.
and
I mean, I don't really know who I'd vote for, but it'd be one of those two.
But it goes the same way for the people on the left. They're like, only two people I'm going to vote for is Biden or RFK. Odds are most people vote Biden and most people vote Trump. But if enough people say fuck it, I don't really like Biden, and they hate Trump, and then the other people that say fuck it, I don't really like Trump and I hate Biden, if they all split and go RFK, he has a solid chance. His polling numbers are good as it stands.
I heard I don't know if this is true, I'm just talking. That they were letting in immigrants, and then like aren't they like trying to change something to allow immigrants to be able to vote even if you're not like.
Nah, I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, I don't know. That's just like YouTube. That's just like random Instagram things.
That's just like recommended to you on your YouTube.
I think it was like in a reel or something. Like every once in a while, I'll get a politic, like Instagram reel. Mine's like changed so drastically in the last like couple months, but that was there previously. I got like one out of nowhere, and I was like, "What is this even?" And then I was like, "Oh."
I know they're
getting me in the Republican spirit,
letting people in from Texas,
letting them
like
vote for Biden.
No, I don't think they're letting them vote. That would be
that was like the push was like they're letting them in. The left's left them in so then they can vote for Biden and keep him in presidency. That was the push.
They are letting them in though to some extent, and like obviously doing background checks on them. But then just like letting them free into the country with no like help at all, which is kind of a problem. Just because like these people have this image of the United States, like once they're in, like all their dreams can come true. But in reality, like they're in and now they can't get a job because they don't have an ID, or they can't buy a car because they don't have an ID, and so on and so on and so on. So it's like I get like letting people. November.
November. That soon. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is.
Especially more people aren't talking about it.
Well, they will once the primary or once the debates open up and stuff, and once both Republican once the Republican nominee is selected, which it'll be Trump more than likely. So I mean, it's Biden versus Trump because
he didn't
Biden's
go to
the
jail
incumbent.
or anything. Or like,
I mean, they're still indicting. They're still indicting him, and there's still court stuff going on.
He's gonna be chilling.
I mean, me personally, I just don't think regardless of Republican or liberal, I don't think the people that really run things would want for the president to be put in jail for a crime like that, which would be high treason. So it's probably a cover-up, or he's innocent. But either way, I don't think we'll ever see anything from the court hearings that affect him. So, I mean, it's Trump versus Biden, the incumbent, and then RFK, pretty much. Those are your three options that have a realistic shot to win.
So how much do you want to, like, mess with Gaten? Like, would you really be happy for Gaten to be mad about the election?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's... watching Gaten get mad about something's awesome.
Is it illegal for me to, like, put my vote up for bidding? Like, you guys... Whoever pays me more, I'll just vote whatever you want me to vote on. And y'all cancel out Gaten's vote.
I don't think that's illegal, and it would also make my vote count more than his. Yeah, I'd have 2-1.
If you pay me like $10, I'll vote whoever you want, and then just cancel.
I'll Venmo you right now. I'll Venmo you right now, but you gotta lock it in.
And how does that feel, Gabe? Just knowing your vote literally doesn't matter because I'm gonna cancel out. I literally probably wouldn't vote anyways.
As long as it's not Biden, that's really all I care about.
Do you want it to be Biden too?
That's a retarded vote.
But I'll pay
if you vote for Biden, that's like...
You have to choose who I vote for.
Well, how much would you want to pay me not to vote for Biden, then?
Oh, I'm not going to pay you anything.
Alright, I guess you don't care that much, then. Not a real Republican.
I'll pay you $10 to vote.
I'm pretty sure North Carolina's...
Alright.
I don't think North Carolina is going to lose to Biden. I would hope not.
Well, it's not about that, though. Every vote counts, man.
Every vote counts.
Except yours will be canceled out, but everyone else.
What do you mean, Gaten? There's the popular vote. The vote that all the people on the right said was more important than the vote that actually matters.
I don't think
Trump won the popular vote, but he didn't win the election because he didn't actually win the states that mattered.
Well, I'm saying North Carolina is where we're in. So, regardless, I think North Carolina is going to go red again.
You got to remember that North Carolina is a swing state.
States.
Every single election, it's a swing state.
Yeah, but I'm feeling
Obama won.
it's not going to swing to Biden.
I mean, it almost
I feel like
did.
the hate. I feel like the hate is only growing for Biden. I don't think it's really
Did
gone
it?
up that
Did
much.
it? Did it swing to Trump last election?
I think it did.
Because I almost thought,
I don't
and I
know if
could
it
be
did
wrong,
last election.
but
I
I thought it
don't remember
swung to
looking at it.
Biden, and that was like one of the big things that helped them win over Trump. Because Trump won the popular vote, but he didn't win the actual.
I think if my family figured out I didn't vote for Trump, they'd actually like disown me.
Don't you?
Yeah,
well,
maybe
Gate-
worse than that.
Cam, just be like, I got paid $10 to vote for RFK.
Okay, fair.
I don't think
Yeah,
they could be mad
that's-
at you for
even
voting for a
then-
Kennedy.
Well,
What's
Richard
wrong with
would-
voting for a Kennedy?
Kennedy's fine. Biden's
Yeah.
not. That's
We've
what I
had a
said.
Kennedy in office before. Hey, and we get RFK in office, and we get to see the 1960s all over again. Maybe he'll be in a convertible riding through Dallas,
Oh,
and then
shit.
a guy named Roy
Shot in the
Oswald
head.
Jr.
I'm surprised like
comes
nothing
through.
like that happens that much.
anymore.
Like assassinations anywhere. Putin just won too. Putin just won 6 more years.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
He
Not
actually
surprising.
Yeah. He
Hey,
did.
it was a real election.
He had like 80.
There
more
were-
than 80% of the votes.
Yeah, there were other candidates, but then after they lost, they got sent to the gulag.
Yeah, that's not very surprising. Dang, that's actually crazy. I think damn, I had something in my head. Now it's gone. Never mind. Scratch that.
He got 80%
Well, I was gonna-
freaking rate though.
I was gonna talk about what you were just saying with the assassination attempts, like why it doesn't happen anymore. Like, why do you think that is? Outside of just like the Secret Service, I think it's probably just like tech and like surveillance. Like this,
Mhm.
our government and the people
Yes.
that protect them just know too much now, or people aren't bold enough. But I think that's kind of debunked after the Russian terrorist attack that happened and everything that happens in the United States all the time, right?
I mean, what's the guy that Epstein? I mean, Epstein committed suicide in his cell. That definitely wasn't an assassination.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying presidents though, like we had a
Oh.
we had a good run of U.S. presidents being murdered, like just in cold blood. Why is it not
Yeah.
happening anymore? Wait, what if when Kennedy was assassinated, that was the last like real assassination, right?
Mhm.
I mean, there was other assassinations, like his brother got killed, but it makes sense that his brother got killed because Kennedy was all for defunding the CIA, right?
Mhm.
But after Kennedy died, all the like dudes that got on their knees for the CIA, I gotta make sure my doors are locked, but all the guys that like meat rode the CIA, they were the only ones left standing after Kennedy and all his cronies were murdered and like swept under the rug, right? So like ever since, the CIA hasn't had any like opposition,
So it's just the CIA doing it.
or whoever like runs the CIA, right?
Is that
So that's
already
why
like
we
a
haven't seen
theory
any.
or no?
Yeah. No, I mean that's like people are convinced CIA killed Kennedy. There's like strong evidence behind it too, because Lee Harvey Oswald was a CIA operative before he killed Kennedy. Like he worked in the CIA.
What
Like
the
that's
world?
proven. Yeah, and so, but they say he was estranged and like went mad or whatever and started working for the KGB. That's like the claim, right? But there's proof that he was in the CIA. So after Kennedy was dead and all his opposition or all his people that believed in what he wanted to do were gone, there was no one else to continue that like thought.
Mhm.
So now
Yeah.
every president that comes to office, they don't want to defund
They
the
just-
CIA. But you know who does?
Yeah.
RFK.
Oh
opened-
shit!
he has openly spoke about defunding the CIA if he wins. So we may see another presidential assassination.
So what you're telling me is
if
he didn't
wins.
learn the lesson.
Well, the
from
Kennedys
previous-
never learned. Have you looked up all the ways the Kennedys have been killed or passed away? It's like one of the most tragic family trees I've ever seen. Like
What?
here,
They all been assassinated or killed?
like they all get assassinated or they die in the most horrific ways ever. Let's see.
At least he got the money. Big family with the big money.
Yep. Who cares? They died in the most tragic ways. They probably were just like, let's at least we got the money.
I guess, but like
I'm
there's
kidding.
something off with that. Yeah, the Kennedys' family long list of tragedies. Assassinations. JFK, RFK, both assassinated. JFK Jr., his wife Carolyn Kennedy, and sister-in-law all died in a small plane crash off the coast of the Atlantic. JFK's brother survived a plane crash that killed 2 of his friends, but then he was killed in a different plane crash.
What the hell?
Going to do legislative aid, where then he died.
3 plane crashes, 3 different ones.
Joe Kennedy, while he was volunteering to pilot a World War II bombing mission in France during a secret mission, 2 in-flight explosions rocked his bomber aircraft, killing him and both other pilots. The cause of the explosion remains a mystery, almost as if the plane had like explosives inside. 4 years after that, after the family lost them, his sister and 3 others also died in a plane crash.
Dude, what? You would think at this point they stopped flying. By the 3rd family death in a plane, I would just be like, alright, I'm not fucking flying.
There's an ad covering this one, but it says something about a drug overdose. Kennedy's children died in Florida hotel after a drug overdose. I can't see the top part though to see the names. David Kennedy, I think. Michael Kennedy, son of the late RFK, died during a ski accident in Colorado. Like, dude, the list goes on and on and on. A failed brain surgery. President Kennedy's sister, Rosemary Kennedy, had part of her brain removed in 1941, but then the surgery went wrong, and her condition worsened, and she eventually was institutionalized and died. JFK's son with his first wife or whatever, or his only wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, died 6 weeks after childbirth. And Ted Kennedy's 12-year-old son lost a leg to bone cancer. And in 2008, he got a brain tumor, and then he died also. And that's all I got. But, like, the planes, bro, it's crazy. Planes and assassinations don't mix with the Kennedys. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it sounds like all of those deaths sounds like assassinations.
Yeah, that's like 4 different
Even the skiing
crashes.
incident. The skiing incident sounds like a guy just came out of nowhere in a black suit and just was like knocked him off the mountain. He died.
That World War II bomber one I was talking about, that wasn't during World War II. He like volunteered to fly it during like a what is it called? Like a flight show or something like that, and it exploded. So like
and they blew him up.
They're trying to rid the genes of that family off this world or something. They have to know something that no one else knows, I swear.
You know, I know a guy. This guy I go to men's Bible study on Fridays in the morning. He sells jets, and he actually sold one of the Kennedys a jet. Damn. Believe it or not, this is wild. He sold one of the Kennedys a jet. They died.
In the jet, they sold them?
I guess I'm not sure how correct that is. They could have had many jets, many different planes. But
yeah,
from what I was told, I think it was like, Robert F. Kennedy or something like that, and he sold one of them a jet, and now they're dead or something like that. But one of the Kennedys, he sold one of them Kennedy's jet, and I just figured out that half of their deaths are in planes. So maybe he feels bad about that. I don't know.
That's insane, bro. And one of them was in 2 different plane crashes. The first one didn't get him, so it had to happen again.
Yeah, that's actually crazy that they were like, yo, the one guy you guys were supposed to kill, you didn't even kill. Now you got to do this again.
Yeah, we have to down another plane. Like, jeez, man.
I just can't believe
you think
so. Oh yeah, me too. I wouldn't have stepped foot in your plane if that happened like 3 different times on 3 separate occasions.
Your whole family tree getting killed in a plane crash.
Yeah, or assassinated. Literally just shot in the head on the streets of Dallas.
To be fair, they don't do good in any automobile in general.
Yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, you're right.
They probably would have died in a train. They probably would have tried to take the train, and then they would have just died.
All forms of transportation are off limits to the Kennedys, because even skiing it results in death. Like,
that's crazy.
So I mean, if you want to repeat history, vote RFK. So Cam, sending you $10.
That's what we're Alright, we're voting RFK. Alright.
Yeah.
It's a lock. Unless someone outbids you, I'll Venmo you back.
Alright, well if someone outbids me, you gotta send the money back, but yeah.
I might post that up. You think I could get someone like really passionate if I had like a sign on the street that said you can pay for my vote? think I could get like? What do you think the highest amount that people would pay for that?
I think
Or would
you
I
get
get like
someone
shot
that.
down, or I'd get like fucking?
Nah,
Yeah.
I think you have some people probably yell at you, like some liberals would be like, "This is so fucked up," and I'm sure you get
Yeah.
some conservatives too that would be like,
Yeah.
"What you doing, son? You just gotta vote Trump. The
Yeah.
hell's wrong with you?" But I'm sure you could get somebody to pay you decent money, honestly. Somebody.
Really?
Like probably nothing more than like $100 though.
Yeah.
But they'd have
That's
to be
still
super
a
passionate.
wild
Just
amount.
one vote.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's
these-
not illegal.
Maybe it is. Here, I'm just gonna look it up. Let's see.
Yeah, before
should
we
I-
commit
what should I
commit
say?
crimes on the podcast.
Can you
Is it
pay someone
illegal
off for like voting?
To be paid off for your vote.
I mean, definitely happens. I would think it's supposed to be illegal, but it definitely happens.
Okay, well, that doesn't give me an answer. Can you pawn off your vote? Basically.
Oh, my freaking legs hurt so bad.
Okay, can I legally sell my vote? Why only sell it when you can auction it to the highest bidder? eBay
That's
always
right.
has an area for vote sales and a political section. You can even put a reserve price on it if you need some quick cash.
What?
Try the buy it now option. The price you get varies from place to place, but if you're lucky enough to live in a marginal constituency, the sky's the limit. I know one guy who bought a local, I don't even know what that is, with proceeds. So he's saying if you live in a swing state, like you can make more money, but I don't know.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
not-
sense.
It's not saying anything. I'm unsure of if it's illegal for the voter, but for anybody to offer to buy or procure the purchase of your vote would be considered bribery, obviously illegal.
Oh.
But if that's if they come to you and say I'll pay you if to do it, but if you say I'll vote for who you want for X amount of money, maybe it's not illegal because that's your decision, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you from ignoring an election if you feel you want to make a point, though. Deface your ballot, or if it's something really revolutionary, contact your candidates if they're local enough and arrange to have a conversation with them that hasn't been mediated by your television or newspaper. I can't see anything, but my guess is as long as someone isn't coming up to you saying, "Hey, here's $1,000, but you have to vote for whoever," I don't see why it'd be a problem. So long as you're not really making a big deal about it either. If you're just like standing there saying, "Hey, $10, I'll vote for Trump," you know,
Yeah.
maybe that's fine.
Okay, that's fire. I'm willing to do it.
I think it depends on how public it is. I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure if you were an influencer, like high level, like Logan Paul doing that shit, you'd probably get arrested. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
it'd become a problem then.
or they would get some like FBI shit on your ass and try to like find out something to arrest you for. I don't know, just to silence you. Hell, this podcast might get silenced after everything we talked about.
Don't go flying, bro. After this pod, it's out. Have you guys seen that
Yeah.
challenge of naming 100 women streamers have been doing? Do you think
No,
you
but
could
you
do it?
talked about it the other night. I wanted to try. It'd be tough though.
The speedrun, I think the record on the speedrun is 6 minutes, 30 seconds. To name
Wait,
That's
naming
insane.
100 what?
naming 100 women. Gang, you'd be fucked. You're not even, like, in this.
They have to be famous or like relevant though. They can't just be like your mom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have to be Googleable.
Yeah, Googleable. That's the word.
I would be very successful
Which
at that.
I could name my mom in that case.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
one.
I could name your mom in that case.
You could if you knew her first name.
But I think the chick that made it, Cutie Cinderella, is like mad because a lot of dudes are just naming like a bunch of porn stars. So it didn't exactly work like how she wanted.
Yeah.
She wanted
That's-
us, like,
yeah.
I didn't
bring
even think
recognition.
about that angle.
Yeah,
That's a good angle actually. I could name off quite a few.
really. I don't
I
know
mean,
if I
a
could name
handful.
100, bro. 100.
Not
girls?
100 porn stars. Fuck no. Jesus.
But
how much porn do you
that's
think I
easily
watch?
like for a yeah,
dang.
that's crazy. I bet most of them could easily name like 10 porn stars, which is a 10%. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
10%
I don't
down
know.
in 5 seconds.
I don't even know if I can name 10. And I'm being
Really?
so real. Yeah, I
Lana
think like
Rhodes.
6.
I can name the OGs. The OGs.
All right,
Mount
all right,
Rushmore.
go for it.
Riley Reid.
Go for it.
Lana Rhodes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Natalie Lust. I don't know if you know her.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, that's
I don't
like
know
straight
who that
up.
is either.
Okay.
Oh shit. Is it Mia Malkova.
Okay, I know that one. I might not have said that one on the fly though myself.
Gosh dang it.
I got one for you,
I only
Mia
have
Khalifa.
4. Oh yeah, Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, I was about to say
Did-
that. I think that's
Yeah.
the obvious one, isn't it?
Skybree.
Account.
Yeah,
that's
she's
also
all over
just
the
one.
internet, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then like famous Instagram models like Summer Rae, Corinna. Oh my God, Katie Sigma and Livy Dunn. Easy. Wait, this is actually easy as shit.
Wait, you also could do Dylan Harper,
Who's that? Is that a porn star?
porn star. Alexis Texas.
Mm. I know one more. I'm thinking of
Then you can.
black-haired chick that's like British. It's pissing me off. I gotta figure her name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her
British.
name. You also can double dip into the women's college basketball and WNBA a little bit.
That
like,
one
just
would
a
help
few.
me.
Yeah, I was
could
about to
do
say, I don't think that's gonna
Maya
help anybody.
Maya Moore, Diana Taurasi, Caitlin Clark, Paige Buchers, Brittany Griner.
I keep trying to look up this chick now. It's pissing me off.
I would have started naming like singers. I feel like singers would have helped a lot.
Yeah, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice,
That's what I would have started with.
Adele,
I would have immediately gone to
Miley
singers.
Cyrus,
Whenever Ludwig was challenged to do it,
Addison Rae.
he said that might take him longer than his like subathon took to name 100 women. His subathon lasted like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think the average time is like 40 minutes.
I want to try that though and see if I could even get to 100. I don't even know if I could.
You definitely
It'd be
could.
close.
Taking
It would be close though. I'd have to sit there and really think for the last like 10 or 20. I feel like.
What like is the point to just show how much harder it is to name women versus men? Is that the?
Yeah, she's just like she's like really feminist, and she's like a real girl power person.
But to be honest, it's
So
kind
she
of
was like, "Look
bullshit,
how many
though.
of us there are. There's 100," and everybody was like, "I don't know if I,
I
can
guess
name
it was
50."
more just like a guy. Guys can't even name 100 women like that. I don't know.
Kind of bullshit though, because like, how many like girls can name a bunch of fucking guys because, honestly, can they though? That are famous outside of like actors that they like are in love with? Like they're not naming that many athletes. Like they're naming the popular ones, maybe like a few.
Yeah.
But they're gonna
Actors, they
name
can
women
a
like
lot of
crazy.
actors.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what makes it really easy, is because sports. Pretty much everybody watches.
Yeah,
male
like I could
sports.
name 100 men and it just be NFL guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't even have to like deviate off of the NFL. I could just keep going. NBA too, just separate.
not as many like talented women, I guess, out there.
There's so many people trolling here. Saying like Obama's wife, Tom Brady's ex-wife.
Giselle.
No,
Women that are
they
good
were just
at-
saying, they were just saying like Obama's wife though, just to piss her off.
Oh, to piss you off,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really funny.
Bill Clinton's wife,
Yeah.
Hillary.
Just name the famous dudes. Well, it came from like, have you ever heard that meme like, name a woman then? It's like name 5 women then if you really respect women.
I've seen
never
I've
played
seen
that.
them go like, "Can you name 5 women in the WNBA?" And the guys are like,
Yeah, it's sort of like that, I guess.
Yeah, I
can
saw
name
like
5.
Jack Harlow is like playing like a WNBA game with like Drewski or something, and she was like, "Can you name your favorite? Who's your top 5 favorite WNBA players?" And they were playing WNBA teams, and he just named off his starting 5 because he didn't know who he was like. But I think that's most people.
Dude, you should have
Yeah,
watched.
unless you just follow sports heavy, you're not gonna probably know.
Yeah. LSU and Iowa just played the other day, and it was actually a good game.
Dude,
you
this
watch
next
that?
game, coming up is gonna be wild. Paige Buchers versus Caitlin Clark. That's like MJ versus Kobe.
Yeah, Caitlin. The women's college basketball thing, Gaten was like actually insane. It was fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it was like a good game. Caitlin Clark
It was
dropped like
actually
40. Yeah.
Caitlin Clark's dirty.
Jeez,
Like she's actually dirty.
that's wild. But you know who could beat her in a 1v1?
I still believe
somebody in this.
I still believe
Oh,
She's
Cam
ass.
doesn't beat her, bro, because
I do.
Cam doesn't consistently hit the shoot the ball and make it,
I don't need to shoot
whereas
the ball
she
in
doesn't
this-
miss.
She's short.
Dude,
bro.
she's gonna lock
Yeah.
you down, bro. She's
Not
no
short,
shorter
not
than
short.
you,
I
bro.
meant small. I meant small.
She's no shorter than you and weighs like maybe 20 pounds less.
Yep.
That's not a significant difference, especially
Pretty
when
big
her
difference.
basketball IQ and skill is better.
We'll see.
how tall is she?
6 foot, I think.
Yeah, she's taller.
She's
than
about
Cam.
an inch or two taller. About an inch or two taller.
And she shoots like literally like Curry. Like she's the Curry.
No,
of
I
women.
agree. I won't beat her to 3
Yeah.
point shootout. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but I think she's good enough with like ball handling to get enough separation to shoot the three on you all the time. I mean, she shoots half court contested threes. I think she can shoot a contested three on a dude that's shorter than her.
I think she's
Right?
tall enough to get it over your head. I think
Yeah.
really just the
Oh
arms to
my
reach.
God.
You might
Oh.
not be able to jump high enough to stop
What are
the
you
three.
talking about? Jump high enough? I'm like,
Dude, she's a high level
I can
basketball
dunk.
player. She's obviously put it.
You can dunk?
I can't.
Can you really?
No,
You actually
no,
don't know that.
No, he can't.
I've never seen you dunk.
Oh.
Dude, he can hit a rim grazer with a golf ball in his hand.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark's not 10 foot high, so I could definitely block her shot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you definitely stop her on some plays, but not because of your defense, just because of the fact that she missed the shot that time.
Yeah, 'cause she doesn't. That's fine. And then I
Man, we're getting
score.
some good clips out of this
I
podcast.
mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if she's not shooting well, then maybe you do have a chance. Like, and I really do mean that. But if she's shooting how I would expect, and I really do expect her to not miss much, don't. I don't even know if you score.
I think she might have a little game nerves, knowing she's
Unless
playing
you
Cameron
foul
Ashton.
her.
Yeah,
No,
has
she's
some-
not. She's getting
she
no
has
nerves,
some
bro.
nerves for sure.
She's got no nerves, bro. She sells out 70,000 or not 70,000, like 40,000 seat arenas.
Okay. And 3 people
With people
retweet our
screaming.
podcast every week.
Oh, that's so true.
We have two people who retweet.
Oh my god. There's nothing more menacing than Josh Hartzler and Cliff Lumen, I'll tell
That's
you
right.
that.
They'll be on my side. They'll be my cheerleaders. Well, actually, Cliff went, but maybe
Yeah, last time I checked, Cliff definitely didn't agree with that take. What about Josh? Did he?
He'd support me.
Did he say anything about it, Gaten?
No, he never. But yeah, he'd support you. He doesn't watch WNBA or any women's college basketball. So
I mean, most people don't, but you got to give respect to Caitlin Clark. 'Cause
Oh, no,
she is a
she's-
generational shooter. Say what you want, Gaten, but shooting ability, she shoots just as good as anyone else.
I
That's
didn't
a
even.
god. That's
I've
a
never
god.
even seen Caitlin Clark play a game. I don't even know
I've never
anything
watched
about
her.
her.
I've never watched her in full. I've just seen the highlights. I've never watched a game of hers, but I've seen the shots she's put up, and they're crazy.
I just heard she was a woman.
Yeah,
That's all I needed.
that's when Gaten was like,
That's all
"It's
I
over."
need.
She
I
definitely
heard she was a
can't-
woman, and then that's where I was like, he has a chance. He's got a chance.
So if we weren't getting canceled or killed by the CIA, we just got canceled for hating women. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was only one of us that said
All right. Well. All right. So
Yeah, but
what?
we're connected to it.
You think you could go professional if you were all right? Let's say Sam is a woman now, doesn't have to do anything else, but he just proclaims he's a woman. Do you think you're going professional in tennis? It like your glory days of college. In your glory days of college, not right now, but glory days of college.
So here's what I'll say, because I was about to get into that. There's only a few sports where there's a real deal like biological advantage, and the best of the best women have even admitted that they would get absolutely slammed. And tennis is one of those. Serena Williams is on the record saying the 150th ranked men's tennis player in the world would beat the brakes off of her, like absolutely destroy her, and that's because of biological advantages, right? Me personally, though, I would get absolutely destroyed by a women's tennis player that's a pro, but that's because I lack the training. Like I don't have real like pro training. But a guy that does, or a dude that's like on track to, yeah, they would destroy. But me, I can't. I wouldn't. At my peak, a pro women's tennis player, I could get a couple points, but I wouldn't win the match, no. But that's just because they're more consistent and better.
Damn.
But
That's not what we wanted to hear.
well, yeah, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I
I'm
would whoop
joking.
Serena Williams' ass because I wouldn't. I'm just not. I'm not at that level of tennis. Yes.
Well,
I
no, but
played
she's
college.
number one. I was just saying, like, could you make it? You think you could even compete? Like, let's say they had, like, do you think you could even get a pro card, kind of thing?
Oh, if I became a woman
Yeah,
right
if you
now,
became a woman.
right
Not
now, the
now, but like
situation-
in your glory
Okay,
days of D2
no,
training all the time.
no. But if I started out at 5 years old and was like a prodigy trained kid, because that's the only way you go pro in tennis. You literally have to start playing when you're like 3. If I did all of that as a man through college, went and played D2 or D1, had real deal training, and ideally D1, right? Or I'd have to be the best guy that was on the team for Division 2, but something along those levels. Train from 3 to when did I convert? Are you in this example? I converted when I was like 20 as a woman now. Yeah. So if I did all of that from age 3, played D1, converted when I was 20, decided I was a woman, I could easily compete in professional women's tennis easily.
Wasn't it like?
I'd probably beat a lot of them too. But
wasn't it like number like I don't know if it was 500th or it was 150, whatever it was, but it was like one of the lowest ranked guys professionally, and I'm pretty sure he like had like a practice match with Serena Williams and like stomped her like all 5
that's what I
games
was
or something
talking
like that.
about. That's what I was talking
Yeah,
about. 'Cause
that's what I thought.
before there was a big debate about it, and everyone, all the people that were in support of women and like sports and stuff like that, and saying like the best of the best can compete with some of the best men. They asked Serena, and Serena just said the truth. She was like, "No, like the 100th and 50th ranked man would absolutely destroy me." And then they did it, and he did.
What do you
And
think the easiest sport to be a woman to compete against women would be?
What do you
They
mean?
compete
As a
against
as a
women?
biological man, you change into a woman.
Well,
And then
as an
you're like,
average
"Hi,
man,
I'm gonna choose, as an average man, I'm gonna choose a sport to compete in. Which one do you think would be the easiest, like that you'd have the best chance, I guess?"
so are you an average athlete too? Like you're not good at anything in particular? Like you're just an average guy, so you're like, I mean, average guy's like 5'9", 5'8".
Yeah,
right?
I guess you're athletic, of course, in this scenario. You're not like you play a lot of sports. You're good at sports.
Like
You're
you
not.
might have been like a couple sport athlete in high school, but you weren't anything insane, not good enough to do college or anything.
I guess you could say that.
Okay, and then are you playing against a professional woman in her sport, or just
Mm,
another average girl?
Are you saying you're trying to like make the league?
Yeah, like
Or
I'm
just,
confused. Like, what are we going up against? We're an average
yeah, I
man
guess. I
against
guess.
like what?
Yeah, I
league?
guess like making the league. What do you think? What are the best
what?
odds in what sport?
I
You have to
don't-
Well,
choose
it
something
can't.
obviously that's very physically dominant.
As much as I don't think you're gonna agree, it can't be the WNBA because those girls are like way well taller than 5'8", and they actually have shooting ability.
I would agree. Yeah, I would say
It,
basketball is a bad one because
I
it
don't
takes
think
a
it
good
could.
amount of.
I don't think it could be tennis because an average athletic man, 5'8", isn't gonna just put a pick up a racket and be good at it. That skill, like tennis, is too high skill at the highest levels. The skill gap's too crazy. Golf, it couldn't be because even though there's a big difference between women and men in golf, like a woman golfer is still gonna be like lights out. From
Actually,
her
now that
tee
I think
box.
about it, I think it's probably like MMA.
Yeah, honestly, because I was gonna
Now that I'm
say
thinking
soccer,
about
but women's soccer, there's some demons out there.
it. Yeah, I
Alex
would say
Morgan.
like you have to choose. You have to choose something that's not too high of a skill gap, but also like you have to be something that's so physically dominant that like the woman would have to be just way better at.
Yeah.
And I feel like MMA is something that's like you could weigh the same amount, and still be significantly stronger than just like you probably don't even have to have good fighting experience. Just like try to pick them up and slam them. I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be
Well, that and you'd
and you
have
can
some
get lucky.
mechanical advantages too. with how,
Yeah,
like, the
and you
hips
could
and
just
stuff
get
are.
lucky. Like
Yeah.
more than likely you might not get knocked out. I don't know.
Maybe soccer though, maybe, but you'd have to be a dirty player, I think, to succeed
Didn't
as
like
a man in women's.
middle school soccer team be like a what was that story? Like a
15-year-olds.
No, it was the 15, 18 U.S. men's club, like not club, but like soccer team that competes in the Olympics. They played the women's and they did win. But once again, that's not an average man that's like was decent at sports in high school. Those are guys that are gonna play professional soccer one day. You know what I mean? It's a little different.
Yeah, but most of them are never gonna make it into the best soccer leagues. they're
No, they
they're
won't.
gonna be
But they'll still be playing extreme high levels of soccer that the average person isn't.
yes, but in the soccer world, they're gonna be looked at as like average or below average, which is like
But some of those guys will be the best of the best too, though. You gotta also remember that.
yeah, true.
Like
But most,
two or
I just
three.
say that because usually the United States is not the best of the best. We have like
Oh yeah, for sure.
our soccer
for sure.
teams and like players on average are like if you want to look at like FIFA ratings or like game ratings, we're
They're
like
60s.
99 is the greatest. I think the highest guy we have is like an 82.
And
Oh,
that's
damn, that's
Maybe it's
pretty
like now it's like 86, 87.
Yeah.
That's like recent time, but for the
But
longest
also
time
we
it was
got
like
that new
80,
transfer.
83.
We got that new transfer from Mexico or something like that. He's now playing for the U.S. team, so he's probably like a 90.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't
I
remember
don't
his
think
name.
Mexico has that many like amazing.
Or
I mean,
it's
they have
either
good players.
it's from somewhere. It might be Holland, maybe. I can't remember, but
Hmm.
but still, almost all those guys are at least going to go on and play like MLS, which is still like insane compared to your average high school dude or
Oh, yeah.
average man. So
No,
it's either MMA. You know what? No, it couldn't be volleyball because the pro volleyball girls are like 6'8" and like huge. It's MMA, maybe soccer if you like are dirty as fuck. Badminton. That's it. That's the one.
Badminton.
Badminton.
Is that,
Yep.
I didn't know that was like a. Is that actual sport league and stuff?
Yeah, one of our coaches, he's the
Oh,
FCA
track.
guy.
I didn't
no,
think about track.
No. Have you
Track,
seen how
you have a good
fast
chance.
some of those girls are, bro? They run
That-
like just as fast as any other motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, but
They run like 4.22, 40s. An average high school dude isn't doing that. He's not.
Cat Williams ran a 4.4.
Yeah, okay.
Cat Williams. No, they timed it. Cat Williams ran a 4.5. Well, I mean, it's pretty crazy for Cat Williams. Cat
Who's
Williams is
Cat
like
Williams?
5'5", 5'4".
Cat
He's a
Williams
comedian.
is-
He's like a
also a
he's like a
whistleblower.
he's like a 50-year-old comedian. No, they timed it. They did it on video. They did it. They did 100-yard whatever. They did like a 440 or whatever, and they were
Laser
like,
calculated.
oh, I don't know. They did a
Ah.
stopwatch. They did a stopwatch, which to even be like 50 years old, whatever he is, and to be like 5'4", he's like the same height as Kevin Hart, and to be like 50-something years old, 4.5 is pretty good
That's
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's
to be a
insane.
comedian.
But I don't
So I
think.
mean,
don't think
if
average
Cat Williams is
guys-
putting up those numbers, what makes you think average Joe 5'9", but he's really athletic and played sports? It's pretty good.
Because there's a big difference between 4.5 and 4.2, like insane difference.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like in comparison to like, I think you have a better chance than like being a professional in soccer. Unless
but
you have like, you could be just like Siegel, just really
What
fast.
are we talking about though in track? Because there's a bunch of events, right? You're not winning long distance. You're not winning the like the sprint. You're not winning a lot of those because they're all going to
Maybe.
beat you. Maybe not by a big margin, but in the track world, by a huge margin. Like you might lose by like a second or two, but in track, that's huge.
Yeah, but I guess I guess you have a good chance of making it to like a high level. I think you have a good chance of
yeah.
beating out a lot of
Yeah,
average
if you, like,
people
train
and making it
stuff.
to a. If you get like to a really high level, like let's say
Well, if we're
you're in
adding
high school and you
training
just
to it,
like
then I would say any of the leagues though. I thought we were just going flat out like you're just out of high
You
school.
just
you
show
were a
up
decent
to
athlete.
the field one day.
Yeah, like that's what I
There's,
genuinely
like,
thought we were
nothing that
contemplating.
You could compete in then.
Yeah, that's why I was saying there's really nothing like MMA maybe. There's like and you get lucky, like you hit one punch somehow. Like
No.
all the rest, it just seemed like you had to be a dirty ass player to have a chance. So,
yeah, that's why I added in. You have to be it has to be an athletic
Oh, I
person,
thought it
someone
was,
who's
like-
played sports, like athletic.
yeah.
So they have like good natural raw ability.
Yeah,
So
they know how
that-
to be a competitor.
Yeah, they understand their body and they so that way, like if you obviously choose like I don't know, if you choose Blake, no offense to Blake, I don't think Blake's beating
No.
anybody in the 440
Well, not in
or
soccer.
100-yard dash or in
Like
soccer.
snowball it.
Well, he's probably not. I mean, he could do MMA. He'd have to drop 100
He could
pounds.
take some
but-
hits though.
He would take some hits, son.
Yeah.
Could you imagine trying to take out Blake 100 120-pound woman versus. I mean, Blake would have to lose his 100 pounds, but
Put a couple of beers in Blake, and no one's knocking his ass out.
he got a super hairy chest. She wouldn't even want to be grabbed by him. He would just try to
That's
grab her, and she'd be
facts. Anytime
disgusted.
we're swimming in the pool, I don't want him to touch me.
Why? That's one thing
The hairy
everyone
chest,
calls
man.
out on Blake is the hairy chest, bro. The hairy-
I mean, dude, he's got a hairy chest. I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying. Blake,
I mean,
I love you.
It's just very funny to point out because
he can't even get out of it though, because someone told me a story how he was like called out of his hairy chest. So then he shaved it. Oh, it was you?
Yeah. We were
Dude,
playing.
that's so bad. He shaved it. Oh
He shaved it, and then everyone calls it out even more. Like, oh, where'd the hair go, Blake?
No,
we
but
were
bro, that-
we played in soccer, and everybody was. It was like our senior year, I think, and everybody was like, Elliot was like, "We're doing shirts versus skins," and then he was like, "Blake, you're going on shirts," and Blake was like, "No." So Blake
You mean
took off his
skins?
shirt. I mean, yeah, skins. Sorry,
Oh.
he's going on skins, and he took off his shirt, and everybody was like, "Whoa!" And then like, obviously, it was normal to him, but he didn't think anything about it. And then the next like, I feel like next week, he like shaved his chest. And then he came back in, and Elliot was like, "Go to skins." Then he took it off again, and everybody was like,
Like,
"Ew." Everybody was like, almost even more
damn,
disgusted
he couldn't
that he
win.
shaved his
Oh, that's
chest.
so
Dude, I
sad.
bet that shit was so uncomfortable for him though when it started growing back in. I bet it was itchy, bro.
I bet
And,
he
like,
was like, "Never again." They
ugh.
didn't even appreciate it. I just got clowned on more for shaving my chest.
Yeah.
My chest was super
No, but that
hairy.
was very funny.
I would shave it for sure. I'm not trying to have. I don't like hair on my body like that. If I grew hair on my chest like that, I would have to shave it.
I mean, I agree. I don't want, but like, I guess
Part of
how
being
much?
a
Like
man.
Blake's got a lot. That's way too much to shave every single. You're talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
like
no, it's
we're
not
shaving
mandatory.
what like every
Oh,
couple
sure.
days, every.
Yeah, but I just think
Every
it
week?
looks so much better clean. I don't know. Maybe I'd like resort to freaking laser hair removal or something.
You want to look like a porn star.
Ooh.
I want like. I think a body looks better with like anime. You more defined looking.
You don't shave
I
your
agree,
happy
yes.
trail though, do you?
If it's like a lot, yeah. I've shaved it before.
But like you keep a little bit of your happy trail, right?
I'm not like, oh,
'Cause-
let me tune it
I
down
know
to
it sounds
only
weird.
let me only
Sounds
make
weird,
it an
but-
inch today. No. I
No, like at your belly button down, like you
I
don't,
know what
like,
you're. I
you
know
clean
what
it
a
up.
happy trail is.
You clean it up, but you don't like go full baby's bottom on it, do you?
I think when I clean it up, I just go all the way. Yeah, I do.
So you take it all off.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Is
Sam
that
sounds like
crazy? Is
he
that
makes sure to
Dude,
preserve a little bit of it.
Yeah,
Sam's
he's
like,
he's
I don't-
starting. He's
I-
like, oh, that's enough.
I
That's
mean-
enough for the day.
I mean,
Sam's doing like a haircut.
I think it looks weird if you take it all off, but that's just me.
Oh,
I wasn't
no,
like
I want
saying it's like weird for you to
hairless-
shave it all, but
need a
Like I
hairless
agree
body.
to a degree. Like obviously, if you don't have much hair, yeah, I agree. It looks better without it. But if I have as much as Blake does, then I'm not shaving every week or like every
Oh,
3
yeah.
4 days. That's so much work. That's like, I mean, I'm so glad I don't have to shave my legs. Like women shave their legs.
Yeah.
That must be the most annoying thing ever. Continue to do it, please. But like, I don't. Like, I feel like it would be the most obnoxious thing. I
oh,
don't
for
know.
sure, for sure. But Blake has hair all over his chest, like literally everywhere. Every square inch of his chest is hair. So yeah, it's like impossible to shave. I mean,
So
there's nothing
funny.
you do because like I get like that typical like right in here. It's just like an easy zoop, like that, and it's gone. Because I do shave that.
What
But,
about
like-
women with armpit hair? How do you guys feel about that?
Come on, bro.
I'm not
Yeah,
a I'm not an
obvious-
advocate.
It's an obvious.
I'm not an
question.
advocate, but I would say
Much
a lot
more
of people
attractive
aren't.
without armpit hair. It's like not even close.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like guys or even girls are like against growing it out just because everyone's so accustomed to women not having it. So it's like very weird and taboo if they do, and
Dude,
kind of gross. to
Girls
some
with
extent.
armpit hair. God, I don't like it.
I remember
I'm-
seeing one girl and thinking she was. I was like, "Dang, she's so attractive," and then she went like this and lifted her arms above her head, and I saw armpit hair, and I was like, "Nah, nema." Turned around, and I was like, I agree with that
What's
one."
more of a turn off the
Drop down.
girls with armpit hair? Oh, yeah, actually, no way you guys are. Our girl, I was just say the biggest turn off for me is a girl that like smokes a cigarette, bro. I hate cigarettes.
Over
Oh,
armpit
dude,
hair?
give me a cigarette.
I think so.
Give
Yeah,
me a cigarette.
it's just so trashy.
Really?
I don't think
Even after all your friends smoked cigarettes?
Yeah, but you guys are. You're not like a girl.
Oh, so it's girls.
Yeah,
Girls.
I don't know.
What about
It's just really not for me.
Well, I heard
actually,
your
this is-
girlfriend smoked cigarettes. I heard.
My girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. This is
That's what
new.
Parker said.
This is news to me.
Actually, I'll
Parker?
talk about that. I'll talk about that later, dude. It pissed me and Haas off so bad.
What?
It happened today. I'll talk about it off pod.
Oh, okay.
I think
It reminded me though. We had to
I
kick
think-
someone from our server.
I wanna
Put it that way.
know about this now. What?
All right. Well, I'll say it, but I mean, you might want to cut it out.
All right, never mind. Just tell it
so-
after the pod. Just tell it after the pod.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
we
not
don't
that
have
big
we don't
of a
have that much time left anyways. We have like.
It's
three-
not that
3
big of a
minutes.
deal. I
Well, I got a real question, real fast.
What's the question?
I mean, this is obvious, I think, but you do like I don't know what even competes with like maybe say like let's say a girl has hairy legs and hairy armpits, or you have to go with hairy ass.
So hairy legs, hairy armpits, or hairy ass.
Like I saw a crazy
hairy
I saw a
legs?
crazy video where it was like a plumber's crack. Like it was unbelievable. It was like all down the middle of this. It was insane. I'd never seen anything like it. It looked like a man's ass, but just on a woman. Like just hair
Wait, it was a
in the
girl's?
crack. In the crack, yeah. On the cheeks and in the cracks. Sorry, this is
be
crazy.
honest.
But I'm trying to add something like I don't know anything that can get worse than that, but I just
Wait,
like
so the question
hairy
is-
legs,
To be honest,
hairy armpit, or hairy ass.
I would rather them have a hairy ass than hairy legs and armpits. Because as long as you're not trying to go into the second hole, you're good. Just don't miss. You know
No,
what I mean?
no,
Like you don't have to be looking at that shit.
That would ruin dog.
They just can't sit on your face.
I guess only missionary. Could never. I don't know. That would like turn me off. I would like. That would insta deflate me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, if you would look. Why is Gator like crying over there? It would look like a
So
dude,
funny.
bro. No, it actually that might make me vomit, dude. But hairy legs and hairy armpit, like legs have to be shaven. That's like a girl's legs. Like being smooth is so huge. Like.
I mean, this is the thing.
I
though.
agree,
Are you saying
but-
like permanently, like it stays like that? Because
Yeah,
every girl's
permanent-
gonna grow out a little.
Yeah,
their,
permanently.
their legs are
Yes.
gonna have a little, like, be a little prickly from time to
Permanently.
time.
Well,
just
yeah,
'cause they're
No,
very
we're
long.
not. We're not talking about
Prickly's
that. That's
fine.
like not even like. It's like I can't even tell that's there. No, this is like
It's like-
your
Like
legs.
it's a bungle in the jungle type deal.
Like,
Like-
but more
like, look
than
at
mine.
cameras.
My legs aren't even that hairy. I don't think. Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
this level on a chick at all times. That's like
That's bad for a female. That's pretty rough. That's
Dude.
tough.
a girl's. Nah, girls' legs can't be.
Yeah,
they
so
gotta
what are
be
you
shaved.
taking? You're taking ass too, then it sounds like.
Ah,
that's what
yeah.
I- that's what I chose.
Fuck. It's lost.
That's yeah.
I mean, be honest with yourself. Do you really like care that much about her ass having hair or not, versus the two big ones, armpits and legs?
That's.
I mean, we're talking permanent here, Cam. Permanent.
Mm.
You can give up one. You can give up one thing in exchange for having
God,
two.
Hairy ass though, that would just ruin the vibes. But hairy legs and arms, the same thing. Like imagine, like you got your girl, you're in the mood. She's in lingerie. She just posed up in lingerie. She has hair all over her arms and legs. I think that's actually worse.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
you're right.
saying.
Maybe
That's
it
why I
is.
chose what I chose. Because
Fuck.
not only, because listen, the ass one only affects like when you're having sex, if anything, and really only affects if you're trying to hit it from the back, right?
Yeah, but
Legs
that's,
and arms.
yeah, but
That's laying in bed. That's cuddling. That's holding your hand. Get anything.
I mean-
you're experiencing it.
Technically, the booty's also cuddling.
no.
I mean, it's like.
It's not though. It's not as bad though.
I know what you mean though.
Damn, I don't know. That's tough.
Well, you gotta answer it. So
That's a
we're
good-
sitting here.
I would probably choose ass, but yeah,
Ass.
just because
Oh.
just because arms and legs is too much. I
What do you
can't.
choose?
Yeah, which is pretty. I don't know. I guess I'd probably have to go with the same thing. I think like what I'm gonna see every single time I look at you is gonna be those two things. Like, let's say we go. I even think about if you go to the beach, you gotta wear a onesie, you gotta wear a whole, you gotta wear a whole suit because we can't have people. You
Make
can't
her
be
wear a
wearing like
wetsuit.
God, that would be so sad.
You can't be wearing like, because now people wear like lingerie for swimsuits. If she's wearing something like that, everybody's gonna see that I've got a woman, maybe a man. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go with the butt.
I think it's
butt
the
hair.
easiest choice, and I think women would choose that one too.
All right, let's put it in the poll for the pod, and let's end it there.
That's so funny.
You can respond to this question in the poll right now. Peoples, I'm gonna figure it out. And the shout outs is it's just Haas and Josh, I think, because I forgot to tweet it out. And Josh tweeted it out again. If you want to get shouted out, go retweet my post about this podcast on my Twitter at Cam Hatchin. If you really want to support the pod, there's a link. You can do like $5 a month if you love us. But that's it for me. Sub to my YouTube also. I just posted a YouTube video. Go watch that too. Me versus Haas. If you missed Haas a lot.
Nobody did. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye.